Dear value audience, welcome back to my real estate channel. Today we will talk about the topic the legal ownership for foreigner to purchase property in Vietnam. So what are the legal property ownership for foreigners in Vietnam? Firstly, you have to be permitted to enter to Vietnam. You have to have a valid passport with a entry stamp by the Vietnamese Immigration Authority. At the time you purchase the property, you might not have the entry stamp. It means you might not be legally in Vietnam. However, at the moment you are signing the SPA, the selling purchase arrangement, you should be in Vietnam. Vietnam currently allows foreigners to own up to 30% unit of the property or not more than 250 units of the project. However, they haven't has any regulation on the ownership of hospitality property such as villas or condotel, so still have many room for you. Therefore, if an expat has a tourist visa, he can buy the property. If you marry to Vietnamese, you can have the free ownership. So the purpose of purchase property, you can have any purpose like to live, to sell, to lease, for inheritance, for gift, or for donation. So what are the rights and interests of foreigner own the properties in Vietnam? You have 50 years leasehold with extension. The subject to authority approval. Prior to the expiry of the ownership period, you can give for gift or you can sell back to other people applicable to own of the property in Vietnam. If not, upon expiry of your ownership period, the property will belong to the state. Anyway, we have a solution for you. We can discuss later on. About the ownership of house in Vietnam. In Vietnam, the certificate of land use right for the ownership of house is called the PIN book. In other words, a PIN book expresses your full ownership of the property. It has the name due to the pink of its cover, so Vietnamese call it as PIN book just for convenience. The PIN book is issued by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Environment. It's valid to own kind of land in Vietnam. I hope good deeds about youthful step will help you to be more confident to invest in Vietnam property. If you have any question, feel free to contact me. Thank you for listening.